My watch has been behind, which has been so lovely. It's amazing to have 5 minutes different from the rest of the world. You just sit up for a minute, rub your palms. And as you rub your palms, drop your shoulders, soften your chest. Deepen your breathing. Arriving, clearing, close your eyes. Like you're washing your hands. You're just getting it all done. And let your hands be still and sit up tall and feel the brilliance of your hands. And that brilliance exists everywhere in our lives. And our work this morning, our invitation, our play this morning is to let that brilliance everywhere into our choices, into the spaces between our teeth, into our tomorrows, and into yesterday. Let your breath be full and free and possible. Heart high, shoulders low, hands soft. So turn your fingers up, elbows wide, and you find this little chop. Yeah, looser. Chop, 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 chop. So each one is an exhale, right? And keep chopping, keep moving your hands, and just rearrange your shoulders a little bit. Let the chopping give you a little momentum and shift your pantry, right? Empty the trunk of your car, turn your chin, loosen your jaw, and come back into that chop. "30 seconds. Hint of a smile. Feel yourself getting a little brighter, moving through the shoulders, through the chest, from the heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep wide, bring it up. 3 sips, go. Tuck your chin, hook your thumbs, reach. Tuck your chin, hook, reach, wriggle, rise, 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 rearrange, rise, 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 chin up, breath out, hands wide, go there. Good morning. From your heart into the space of your hands, into the space of your thoughts, before you, behind you, around you, beneath you. There is light, there is love, there is guidance, and you are whole. Fill this room, fill this space, fill this time with that light. That could be enough, that was practice, that we are sufficient. And come to lie down on your back. Take it from there. So as you lie down on your back, if you like, if you need padding under your hips or your spine, set yourself up. Once you're there, draw your knees into your chest. Hands are on the place where your shins meet your knees. There's like that little gap right there. And on your exhale, you're bringing your knee to your chest. And on your inhale, you're floating your knees away from you. Exhaling, knees to chest. Just keep your head down, Joe. And then inhale, float away. And as you float away, lift your heels a little bit. So pulling in, round, your low back will pull off the floor. And then pressing away, your arms lengthen, your heels lift, and then exhale, you bring it in. So you're just moving in and out. Oh, you can shake it around. You can wag the tail. You can one knee, one knee, one knee, one knee. Oh, yeah. But you're beginning to get a little bit of freedom from the navel to the hips to the heels. 3. Giving yourself a good squeeze, rinsing the tension out of the low back, and then making space at the base of your neck. And find neutral. Take your right leg long and your right arm wide, and then back into the center. And the left leg long and the left side wide. Opening, closing, opening, closing. Inhale, exhale. So the heel doesn't reach the floor. It's going out about 60 degrees. The arm doesn't reach the floor, but it's going more like 80 degrees. You're almost touching the floor. And start to find your inhale is really reaching right to the palm of your hand, right to the fingertips. Flex your feet, spread your toes, press your heel like you were trying to slide a drawer closed just ahead of you. And then close your eyes and just settle right here. The legs are strong, the feet are flexed. The reach is from your heart into your heel into your hand. Open and close, open and close. Find that rhythm. Find some heat, find some strength. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands wide, knees together, feet together, heels up. Drop your feet towards the right side about 30 degrees. Stay. Plug in. Press into the backs of your thighs. Hug your heels together. Hug your thighs together. Get a little racy. Get a little cranky. Ga. Stay 3. Hug, hug, hug. Stay 2. Ha. Come through center. Go to the left. Press into the backs of your legs. Hug your heels together. Hug your knees together. Feel your low belly get a little warm. Feel your mind get a little Turn it all on. Turn it all on. Bring it into the middle. Hands to your shins. Good. Hands out wide. Legs out long. Inhale. Both arms, both legs. So as you do, hug your knees into your chest. Round your low back off the floor. So put both moves together. You're bringing your knees in, your head and shoulders stay on the floor, and you're expanding from the center of the body out to the fingers, out to the toes. And then you're collapsing into this really bright center space. Spread wide and return. And let it turn on a little bit. Inhale, open, exhale, close. 10 more. Good. 4, 3, and 2. Good, 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 good. And 1. Good. Feet flat, hands down. Pause. Notice the center body. Now be free. Effortless. Turn your palms open. Be at ease. That light in the belly, the pulse in the belly, the beginning, the transformation. We start right here. Light the engine. Arms wide, palms down, lift your feet, cross your ankles, open your heels, cross your other ankle on top, to cross, to open, to cross, to open. Flex your feet. Lead with your inner heels. Inhale, open, exhale, cross. And as you do, you are anchoring the low belly down into the floor. You're anchoring your low abdomen and your low back into the floor. And from that anchor, you reach into your heels and right to your toes. Open, close, open, close, inhale, exhale. So it doesn't need to be a huge opening. In, out, through the nose. We're charging the breath as much as we're charging the body. Five, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Put your feet to the floor. Notice. Hands overhead. Notice. So there's some circulation. There's some action in the hips, in the low belly. Draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh and bring it close, elbows wide. Press your heel high, press into the back of your thigh, straight arms, flex your foot. This is inhale, bend your knee, pull it down. This is exhale, be strong. Heel high, legs strong, arms strong, elbows wide. 4. That it's a big, juicy move. You're using the strength of your arms. You're using the strength of your leg, the strength of your feet. To come into the body very clearly, very fully. When your knee is bent, keep it bent. Half happy baby. Right hand to the outer shin, outer ankle, or outer foot. If you have the capacity, interlace your fingers so that the interlace finds the outer edge of your foot. Now drop your right knee a little lower, a little lower. And with the knee a little lower, the left foot is a little heavy. Tap out your left foot. So you're not creating tension. Let the knee down, change your breathing. Now your right hand comes inside the right heel. Hold the heel and press your right heel into your hand as you can. Your knee may be bent. That's fantastic. A little wider than your right shoulder. Left leg long, left arm wide. So really reach into both heels here. And keep your breathing deep, smooth, and full. Yep. So Jen, widen it to the right just a little. D, bring it closer to you. Yeah, right there, right? Law, a little closer to you. Sarah, a little closer to center, a little closer to your right shoulder. So it's not wide out. Yep. Good. Bend your knee, put it down. Left knee bends, interlace behind your left thigh. Bring it in, bring it close. We're clearing the hips. Press into the heel, press into the hand. That's inhale. Pull it back, pull it down. That's exhale. Like you could get into the very mud of your breath. The bedrock of your bones. That this is a big, strong, juicy move. You're clearing your spine, your upper back, your arms. Flex, point your left foot. Open, close your toes so that you can feel the arch of your left foot and then stay. Sink your left heel away from you just for a moment. Left shoulder drops. Now good, bend your knee and hold your outer ankle, outer foot, and bring your left knee down. If you like, interlace your right with your left, and the interlace of your hands is along the outer seam of your foot. Let your left knee come down and tap out your right foot. Tap the heel, tap the ball. And when you get sticky and when the breath gets caught, then you tap your foot and you release the holding of the right side. And you're looking to let the breath all the way up into your shoulder girdle, all the way out of the hips and the face and the feet. Left hand, reach inside, hold your inner heel and press your left heel out, just outside of the shoulder. Now right leg long, now right hand wide. And let your breath all the way into your feet. And you can play a little inch to the left and inch to the right and feel where it's caught, where it's short, where it's holding. But you draw your toes back strongly and you're just outside the left shoulder, where it's electricity, where it's bright, where it's very, very real, without force. Stand in your right heel, open the right hip, stand in the left heel, open the hamstring and the calf. Good, good, good. Bring your knees to your chest, hold your shins. You're going to roll yourself all the way up over. And bring your blanket down to pad your knees and your shins. So my blanket is folded into a smaller rectangle, right? My blocks are up at the top, so I can start to move using the legs, lifting your hips, find your dog. Once you're there, wag it out. Yeah, man. So base of the thumbs get a little heavier. And then really walk through the feet. So you come onto the tips of one toes and through the ball of the foot and through the arch of the foot. And as you move and you look at your feet and you move through your feet, you're going to move through the shoulders, through the upper back. Good, good, good. Bring your knees to the floor. Bring your chest broad. And then child's pose, pointing the feet, tops of the feet flat, wag your tail, settle it back. That'll be breath out. Hands and knees is breath in. Down dog is breath out. You start to find hands and knees, child's pose, your pace, your movement. You're getting it through the body. You're getting it through the breath. You're starting to change your state of mind. So we'll just go 3 more. Yeah. That's it, that's it, that's it. Then in your dog, the next time you return, just pause and let your hips move side to side. Start to feel outer heel, outer hip, outer shoulder. You'll step your right foot forward, bring your left knee to the floor. Widen your blocks if you need to, and if you like, start out with blocks just to feel it. You'll fit your knee into your armpit. Yeah. So that as your knee comes forward, it takes your whole shoulder girdle forward. And notice that my knee has come ahead of my ankle. So to fix it, take your back knee back an inch. Right? Do it again. One more. That's it. That's it. So now look forward. And now see, I don't want the blocks. I want my fingers to the floor. And using my knee, one knee into the floor and one knee in my armpit, I'm taking my heart forward, my gaze forward. And I'm widening into the corner of my left eye and the corner of my right eye. And my heart's coming forward. My throat is widening. Now the top of your foot flat. And from the top of the foot, left hip squares forward, right hip squares back. Broaden your heart. Broaden your eyes. Your heart comes through. And then step it back. Tuck your toes down, up. Right, shift your breath. Left foot steps up. Right knee down. If you need to, hands on blocks. Come forward, knee into your armpit, and feel how when you put your knee in your armpit, it starts to take you forward, coming forward, heart up. And then adjust your back knee back an inch. There you go. Keep your toes tucked under to start. Do you bring your hands a little further in line with the tips of your toes? Yeah, man. So now, find the corners of your eyes. Widen your hips. Widen your ribs. And then the top of your foot is going to drop your right hip forward. And there is no hurry here. Inner thigh, back of the heart, through the throat, the root of your tongue. And step all of that back to dog and let your breath go where it needs to. Walk your dog 3 steps. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Juice it up. And step your right foot up, put your left knee down, swing your hands up high. Keep your back toes tucked under so you can drop your hands and shift back. And you can reach your hands, inhale up, exhale down. And you're just starting to move through the hips, through the pelvis, through the heart. Keep your hands up high and hold your left wrist, go right. Yeah. And hands down, step back. Down dogs. Left hand, left hip, left heel. Good. Left foot steps up, right knee comes down, hands come up and down. So that you let yourself sort of move. The inertia of sitting brings energy and pools it in our pelvis. You're going to call it up and then shake it right out your fingers, out of the hips. Left hand holds right and go to the left. That's it. So your back toes are tucked under for where we are. That's it. Good one. Up out of the rib, out of the hip, and then step it back. Down dog. Right hand, right hip, right heel. Getting a little more breath, a little more space. Good. So knees down, hips back, child's pose. Sweep your hands back towards your heels and you will rise up into kneeling, hands overhead. Now fold back to child and reach out. Draw forward a little cobra. Down dog, step it back. Right foot leads. So step your right foot up, put your left knee down, hands up high. And then hands down, exhale. Step up. Sit your seat down, hands wide, and stand up tall, thumbs point back. Good. A little wriggle, go up, and then fold back down. Right foot steps back, right knee down, hands up high. There's your breath. And fold it out. Step back, down dog. Good. High plank. Knees down, child's pose. Sweep your hands back and rise up, kneeling, hips up. And child, fold down. Yes. Draw forward, little cobra. Down dog. Left foot leads. Right knee down. Hands up open. And then down. Good. Stepping up. Sit down, sweep wide, reach up. And then fold, knees bend. Left foot leads. Left knee down. Hands up high. No rush. And then fold. Step back dog. Good. High plank. If you like a little chop, little bend to the elbows, knees down, press child. Good. Sweep back, rise up. Here we go. You know where we're going. Down to child, folding. Draw forward, cobra. Open the belly and the back. Down dog. Right foot leads, left knee down, no rush. The body's propelled up through the breath and folds down. Step up, sit down. Use your seat to lift your heart. And then fold back down, knees bend, right foot leads. And rise. And fold. Dog. Plank. Little chop. Knees down. Child's pose. Sweep back, reach back, rise up. Child's pose. Draw through, cobra. Down dog. Good. Left foot leads. Right knee down, hands up. Lighter. Looser. Step up. Sit down. Rise tall. And fold down. Your pace. Left foot back, left knee down. I'm not here to rush you. Fall up and fall down. Dog. Plank. Knees. Child. No. Lighter. Rise. And fold. Less effort. Less effort. Fall forward. Cobra. Dog. Fall back. Right foot leads. Left knee down. Fall up. No effort. And down. Beautiful. Step up. Sit down. Fall up. Good. Fall down. Right foot leads. Right knee drops. Up. And down. Can you move effortlessly without hurry to dog, to plank, to chat, to knees, to child? And sweep up and fold down. Draw forward. Fall back. Left foot leads. Knee down. Hands up. It's easier than you think. Step up. Sit down. Less about the pose, more the way you want to live. And fold. Left foot. Left knee. Oh, and down. And dog. And plank. Knees down. And child. Good, 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 good. Rise up. Last one. Fold down, child. Pull forward, little cobra. We're going to stay right here. So turn your head, wag your tail, wrap your elbows back, shoulders down, thumbs down, heart through, like you have a knee under your shoulder. So shoulders down your back, elbows are a little bent. I've got my thighs on my blanket. If not, my thighs are on the floor. My eyes are wide open. My eyes are wide open, right into the corners of my eyes. Turn to the right and drop your left hip. Turn to the right shoulder and drop your left hip. All the way to the left side of your jaw. And then turn your chin to the left shoulder and drop your right hip. And notice if you're sagging in the low back. If so, elbows in and your heart comes through. And your navel gets longer and longer and longer, and turn to center and down dog. And now drop your head right down the middle. Soften your knees. Let your head be heavy. Let your arms be so sweet and long. Ah. Loosen your jaw. Loosen your face like you're having a big yawn. That when you loosen the jaw, right, on both sides, get all the way up under there, scooting your face around, scooting your eyes around, scooting your lips around, because those are connected to your hips. Good. You step your right foot up. Good. Put a block outside your little toe side. I'm just turning so you can see me. So right foot steps up, warrior two, go wide. So you made space from here all the way through the sides down to your little toes. Turn your right hand up and reach back and straighten your front leg. And you'll return to warrior two, arms are wide. Now your right hand in front of your navel and your left hand goes over the top and reach your hands apart. Warrior two, out the center. Good, reverse. So one hand back, straighten your leg if you like, or keep it. Warrior two, stay. Good. Bottom hand down, right hand over. That's exhale, inhale, rise, open. Exhale, draw back. Navel to spine, one more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reaching. Inhale, center, and reach back. Good. At this warrior two, pause a beat, and put your elbow to your thigh and reach over the top. Stay. So you're breathing in and out from your navel. And the center of your body is steady. And from your navel, reach back and down into your heel. And from your heel, lift yourself back up and reach back. Straighten your front leg, wag your tail, open your belly, open your heart, reach out, take your right hand wide and down. Left stays where it is, right down to the block. Good. Reach up. I want you to look back and see your left palm and turn it away from your thigh. It doesn't move. Now look to your right hand, reach forward, reach down, don't move the left hand. So you're drawing the hands apart. Good, good, good. Turn your palm open. Turn your palm. That's it, Joe. Bring it down by your body. And again, come forward. I know, it wants to do so many things. It's so well trained. One more, rise up. So that stays because that makes this space. Good. Hand down to the block. Pause. Now take your left hand up over the top. Nothing else changes. You're in triangle. Hand back down. Nope, you're going to keep your hand on the floor. Stay in your triangle and just sweep your left hand over the top. And then sweep it back. Yeah, there we go. Go one more time. Reaching overhead. To stay. And plug in from your navel to your left hip, from your left hip to your left heel. And wriggle your left fingers so they soften. And then look down, set down, left knee to the floor, hands up high, back toes are tucked under. Ready? Hands up high, hold opposite elbows, and let your hips come a little bit back. A little bit forward. And you're hugging your front knee towards your back knee. And without going as far as you can go, press your left toes down behind you so that you feel this line of the front of your hips. So take your hips back a little bit, Gabby. Yeah, you could go more. Elbows up, elbows up, elbows up. Hug your front heel towards your back knee and then soften. And hands down, step back down, dog. Good. Come to your high plank. Onto your right outer foot, step your left foot halfway up. And the left hand sweeps up and sweeps over. Now hug your front knee. That left knee hugs towards your back heel. And you find the outer hip and the outer rib. Good. Sweep your left hand down to your hip. Look down. Sweep your left hand over top. Look up. Do two more. So that you go from your outer heel to your outer hip to your outer hand. Stay a beat, hug the inner thighs, navel is strong and sound. Left hand downward facing dog. Pa. Good. High plank. Set it down, find your cobra. And as you lift your heart and flatten your feet, turn to the right. And drop that left hip. Drop the left shoulder. You've got a lot more space in there now. Wriggle, move, sigh, wag, shift. So that from the left top of foot to the left hip to the left jaw, making length. And find center and child and fold back. Notice left side, right side. And take a big step to the right with your hands. Left elbow is heavy, left hip is heavy. Drop your head, feeling the left side body. Your left hand will stay where it is. You come onto the left outer shoulder, so just shift your weight forward, put your left shoulder down, turn your left palm open, drop the left side of your head so your knees are padded. Let your hips wag a little bit side to side. We're taking that twist a little bit deeper into the upper back. Right fingertips might be right under the right elbow, turning your chin over the right shoulder, which is perfect. Or right hand high. And if you choose right hand overhead, find your fingertips to the floor. Revolve. Straighten your right leg, knee off the floor, toes tucked under. Revolve. 3. So you take that turn from your left hip through your left shoulder, right to the right shoulder. Oh, rinse the spine. Right knee to the floor. Right hand comes back. Child's pose. Center. And be still. Left side versus right side. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, down dog. Into hands, knees. Out to child. Like that. Hands, knees. Down dog. Hands, knees. Child. Last one. Meet in dog. Good. Left foot steps up. Block outside the little toes, back heel down, building warrior 2, sweep open and settle. So we're building the feet, building the legs. Back hand down, left hand high, straighten your front leg, wag your tail. And then drop into your warrior 2, knee goes to the left. And left hand across the center, right hand reaching over, hands apart. And then returning to warrior 2. This will be inhale. So that when you exhale right to the navel, the center body. Inhale, widen hands and feet. And then exhale, reach across. Inhale, center. Get a little juicy, a little more certain. Reach back, navel to spine. Inhale, widen and expand. And then exhale, rinse, navel to spine, feet to the floor. One more. Go wide. Revolve. Now take that revolution. Take it. Hands wide. Strong in the feet, side angle. So right hip to right heel, stay. And plug in from your navel to your feet. Let your pelvis widen. Nice. Right there, Sarah, you got it. Nowhere to go. We're all following you, actually. Awesome, hands wide. Good. Now reverse and turn. Look, your hand stays open, right hand stays low. Left hand comes forward down to the block. Your right hand is open behind you. Don't go overhead. That's it. Now that right finger lifts you up. And from the navel, bring it down. Look to your right shoulder. Reach up, reach open. Draw back. One more. Set it down. And now right hand over the top, over the top. That's when you look up. Right hand down to your hip. That's when you look down. So turn through the neck. Inhale, up, open. Firm into your feet. So you use the sweep of your hand to clear the shoulder, the hip, the jaw, the face, the day, the plan. And then when you have your right hand overhead, stay. Navel is strong. And from a strong navel, you're strong in the feet, and you wriggle your fingers and you open your face. Open your face and radiate into your limbs. Ha! And bring your right hand down. Bring your right knee down. Keep your toes tucked under to keep yourself stable. Hands come up high. Hold opposite elbows and a little forward and a little back. So I'm hugging my front heel towards my back knee. These 2 points hug together. It's activating through the front of the thigh. Try to hug your hands closer and your elbows wider. And then square the hips. Press your right toes down. It's not about going forward. Hajna, take yourself 2 inches back. There you go. There you go. Now take your heart back and your elbows up. Now you may soften your left knee. You might not even go anywhere. That's the spot, right? Way less effort. Heart up, wide eyes, mouth corners up. Ha! Hands down. Oof. Down dog. Ha! Ha! So we want space inside of ourselves. High plank. Outer left foot, right foot flat. So use what you made. Left hand a little ahead of your shoulder, keeps it safe, and the right hand comes over. Hug your front knee, your right knee towards your left heel. That's your stability. Now sweep your right hand down, look to your left wrist, and sweep your right hand high and look up, and sweep down, and sweep up and over and stay, and hug the thighs, and stand in your left foot, and open from your navel, even as you hug your thighs. Plug into the floor. Wriggle your fingers. And then sweep wide. Ha! Set down. Down dog. Hips high and back. Good. Find your high plank. Find your cobra. So thighs rock down. Tops of the feet drop. Wag your tail. Look left. Ho. Look left more. And drop your right shoulder away from your right ear. If you need to, swing out your elbow. If you need to, wag your tail. What needs to shift? Because if you're holding all the time and now you're holding in your posture, you're not going to make any shift. Change something. Change something. And find center and down dog. And from that dog at long, we're going there in a second, Gabby, then knees wide, then toes together, and keep the length of your dog as you fold into your child. Set it down. Walk a step to the left and let your right hand be heavy. Your right elbow is heavy. Your right hip is heavy. Drop your head. So that when you're in this posture and you take a deep breath, the breath will naturally make more space in the right side ribs, right side hip. Good. And then turning your left palm open, come onto the outer right shoulder. Drop your right side head. Put your left fingertips to the floor to turn. And that might be perfect. That might be exactly the place to stay. Or take your left hand and reach overhead and turn a little more under the left armpit. Fingertips walk to the right. And that might be perfect. Or tuck your left toes and lift your left knee and revolve from the pelvis through the shoulder, rinsing the spine. And if you take a deep breath, where does it go? Where does it get caught? Help it even out internally. What can you soften? And what can you firm? And how can they be distinct choices? Put your left knee to the floor. Bring your left hand back. Uncoil. Child. And notice. Good. If that's the time you have today, then you'll come onto your back and just put a block under your hips and support yourself right there. We'll meet there. So down dog, press back. Good. Take your blanket, fold it in half, front to back, so you have a long rectangle, and set it aside. Walk your feet to your hands. With your fingertips on your shins, lift halfway, tail back, heart long, like there was a knee in your armpit, and fold it down. And do that 2 more times, lifting, lengthening from the seat to the crown, and then folding down. Getting clearer through your hamstrings, getting more deliberate in your fold, finding your breath, taking your time, coming back into your feet. Wrap your elbows in. Hold the back sit. That's it. Now hug your knees with your arms. Now lift your hips, Gabby. Yeah, man. There we go. Drop your head. Lori, find the balls of your feet and lengthen your toes. So come onto the balls of your feet, less weight in your heels. Woo! Did you get really bright through the backs of your legs and your toes? That's the spot. Drop your head. Hug your elbows in. Yes. Good. Fingertips to the floor. Big bend in your knees. Look forward, look forward, look forward, look forward. Hold opposite elbows. Ha. Now, elbows up, elbows up, elbows up, elbows up, elbows up. Nothing else is changing. Elbows up. Mouth corners up. Ha. Sit down. Heart up. Elbows up. Lead with your elbows. Elbows, D. Elbows, elbows. Let your heart come through. Elbows, stand it up. Elbows. You're going to have a rush. You're going to just hold on to your arms. Square out your feet, Peggy. It's going to go. It's going to go. Go! Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Where does it want to go? You don't want that in you. That is unfinished business. Just let it through. A little higher. Come up out of it. Low wag your tail. A little higher. Good, 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 good. Right hand back, circle, left hand back, circle back, circle back, circle. Get it all the way out. So we have channels that carry our energy, and they can get blocked for mental reasons, physical reasons, emotional reasons. And they can get unblocked for the same great cause. Good. 3, 2. Interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles down behind you, stand tall. Roll one shoulder back and a little bit lower. And as you lower, say your right shoulder, look left. So this little turn of the head today really does make a difference. Send your right thigh back. Turn your chin to the left. Draw your right shoulder down. So you're going to take a bend in your elbows and bring your knuckles outside your left side waist. Now look left. Now hug your elbow in like you did when you were folded. Hug your left elbow in. Stand in your right heel. Turn your chin. Shoulder down, shoulder blade toward the spine. So your chest is trying to turn you to the left and your hips are trying to turn you to the right. Notice this, and notice how most of you are holding on with your toes. Yeah, balls of the feet, toes along. That's it. Now find center with your chin. Find center with your knuckles. Release your hands and notice. Go there. Go where it goes. Go where it goes. Where does it need? Let it wag. Let it loosen. Big back circles. Big back circles. And notice the left side versus the right side. Whew. So we're getting from the shoulders all the way up through the neck, through the side of the jaw, because actually the side of the jaw opens the outer hips. And we're going into pigeon for Peggy, and we want to be ready. Good. Okay, hands behind you, knuckles down. So simple. So you can do this anywhere you go, right? Roll the left shoulder up, back, down. Oh, like that right there just changed everything. Without work, without holding it down, invite it back. Notice how that changes in your left foot, your chest, your breath. Good. Drawing down, turn to the right. Take your time. Feel it across the chest, down into your feet. Make sure your toes are long. And that changes your diaphragm, and that changes your pelvis, and that changes your thighs. Bend your elbows, bring your knuckles outside your right side waist. Now hug your right elbow in and turn right. Send your left thigh back. So the hips are turning to the left and the shoulders are turning to the right. Can you get length from your pubic bone to your navel? Navel to heart. Heart to head. Turn, 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 turn. Find the edge. It gets a little bright. It gets a little pinch in your brain, in your low base of the skull. So that when you turn your chin to center and then your knuckles down and release your hands, now go there. Go, 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 go. Go. We're going to vinyasa as slowly, as fully, as juicily. If you want to chaturanga, up dog, down dog yourself, awesome. If you want to put a knee down, awesome. Take your time. We'll meet back here. Inhale, hands up high. Knees soft, folded, and wherever you're going to go, you're going to go. I'm going to lift halfway, step both feet back, finding high plank. Going belly down, finding cobra, giving myself time to turn left, turn right. Feel what I've made. Down dog, pressing back. Feel across the collarbones, feel down through the legs, the sides of the body, the heart high, the hips high, the head low. That's it. So balls of the feet, Lori, hips up high like you did when you were folding. Heels down, but weight on the balls. That's it. Now lift your hips, tip your tail. Ha, good. Walking your feet up. Hands to your hips. Unfold. Unfold. Hands on your hips, tail down, heart wide. Steady. Step back, shake it out, hands and feet. Step your right foot up and bring your left knee to your chest. Deliberation. Right foot, left knee, stand. Good. Knee to the chest. Flex your foot so your toes draw up. And as you draw your knee in, press your right heel down. And as you go down in your heel, go up in your hand. Good. With your strong foot, like you're stepping up on a box, left hand high. So right heel down, left heel high, hands up high. You'll pivot to put your left heel on the back wall. Stand. Reach. Press into both heels. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs to your heart. Good. Widen your eyes. For 2. Press into your feet. Little bend in the standing leg. Bring your knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers. Stand up tall. Don't lose it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Foot to the floor. Hands let go. Let go. Like all of a sudden you're just the coolest cat in the room. Don't lose it. Don't fidget because you just made something. Let all the uncertainty, all the wavering of that balance pose, let it drain out of you. Just stand tall. Now you're on two feet. Nothing. Good. Step to the back of the mat. Shake it out. With deliberation, left heel down, right knee to the chest. Like no question. Look at a point. Step left foot, right knee up. Pang. There's your balance. Flex your foot. Left heel down. Relax your left toes. Left hand high. Left heel down. Because you mean it. Good. Right heel up, right hand up. Little tiny bend in the left leg so that you can fold and press. Stand your heel, look a little forward, look a little forwarder. Heart forward, heel back, heart forward, palms together, thumbs in. Navel is strong and clear for 2. For 1, draw your knee to your chest, stand up tall, gaze on one point, hold it, here we go, 3, 2. Set it down. All the wobbling you just experienced out of your body. And let yourself stand with this certainty. And in the certainty, there's a generosity, and you hold everyone in this space. And says, I can hold your wobbling. I can hold my wobbling. It's not the point. Let it out of you. That's the point. Good. We'll find a vinyasa, flow all the way through, however you want to move, and then we'll meet in down dog. Move in a way that suits you. I'll fold. I'll lift halfway. I'll step back. Chaturanga to up dog. Little wag of the tail. In dog. Look left. Look right. Draw your heart forward. Your thumbs down. And down dog. All right. So you have a folded blanket nearby. Right there. You got blocks on either side so that we're not messing around. Good. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Find your shin to the floor. Look forward. Just rest on your shin. That's simple. Don't go any further. So my hips are high. My heart is forward. That's it. Down dog. Press back. Left shin. Look forward. So your pace to dog. To shin. To dog. You're folding and unfolding. Each time you put your shin down, draw your navel forward. Each time you come forward, draw your heart forward, broaden your collarbones. Just for 2, so that you're flushing out your shoulders. And then slide the blanket underneath the outer edge of your hip. If you need to, double it over and set it down. If your hips are super tight, use your bolster. So your blanket is following the angle of your thigh. Supersonic. Blocks come under your hands, because when we're tight here, we're folded forward like, rise up. Good. Tuck your back toes under, because then when you plug into your back toes, it brings the right hip forward. And as you hug the right hip forward, you get a little taller. Come up out of that right hip. Now fingers on the blocks. Reach your heart forward, heart forward, heart forward. Tuck your chin into your body. Scoop up. Unfurl. Lead with your heart. And tuck your chin and scoop. And one more. Out of the navel. Scoop your chin. Pause tall. So keep your right hand where it is. Put your left hand on your thigh. And roll it open. You're rolling your thigh to the left. And the action here is to widen across the low belly. Now put the top of your foot flat. Heart stays high. And you'll walk yourself forward. Now, most modified would be to take my block with me and put my forearms down. Wherever you go, maybe you can bring your forearms down. Put your block in front of you so you can reach it. So forearms down just to start. Elbows are on the floor. Even Peggy's elbows are on the floor. Because that allows us to feel the back heel is in alignment with the second toe. It's not falling wide. It's not turning in. We're squaring the hips, and the heart is invited to come forward. So on your elbows and with the blanket, you've got a little more space. Let your heart come a little more forward until you can move your left toes, that you're not so pinned on that left side that you can't move your toes. Good. They're soft. So if they were flexed, I wouldn't be able to move my toes, right? Good. Now a little wag of the tail. So there's a little shift. There's some space in here. If I move my hips from side to side, what starts to happen through my chest? You'll take a big step to the right. So I'm walking towards my left foot and I'm walking my left hand a little more out. Ah, my hip a little bit back. And a tiny wag of the tail. Tiny, tiny shift. That's it, Zoe. Drop your head. Yeah, man. That's it. Exactly, Hajna. That's what I was going to say. Bend the back knee and stay up high. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it. And find center. Now, one option is to stay right here through center. Another is to walk across. We did this before. We've set ourselves up. Ready? You're going to bring your block. This becomes your pillow. Watch for a second so that I don't have to totally talk you through it. Your right shoulder is going to come down. If that's possible, you're popping your block onto your head onto your block, and your left hand high. And your left hand comes overhead just like we did in our child, but now we're a whole lot more than the child. Yes! So Laura, turn your palm to me. Do what you were doing and reach your hands. Oh, nope, turn it to me the other way. That's it. Now reach overhead and find your sweater. Yes! And revolve. You got it, Linda. You got it. You got it. Turn your block on its side. Give yourself a little more height. Nice, Lori. Relax your fingers. Both of them. Nice one, Joe. Fall back. Fall back. That's the spot. That's the spot. You got it, Zoe. Look under your armpit. Yes. And then roll into the center. Unfold and sit with your heels wide for a beat. Like, holy holies. Right? Oh, ziba, 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 ziba. Shake out the knees, shake out the feet. So you'll take your blanket and you'll sit your hips up just a little bit higher, because now everything's sort of tender and asymmetrical and cranky, and if we, like, this would be the worst place to stop class. Bend your knees, put your hands behind you. Yeah, so you're comfortable. And it's a little racy because you're just like, hey, here I am, right? So everybody's already doing it. You're already fidgeting. Yeah, bend your knee. Big bend. So that as you drop your knee, your hips come forward. As you drop your knee, your hip comes forward. Good. Keep your right knee on the floor, pin it down. Take your right hand up and just reach out of the right hip. Good. For 2. 1. And set it down and wash your hips out. Good. And now left knee down, pin it to the floor, left hand out. So flex your left foot. That's it. And be strong into the foot, into the knee. Press your knee into the floor. That's it, Lori. Nice. Hip forward, hip forward. That's it. Wriggle your left fingertips. And then into the center. Because there is the other side. Down dog. Down dog. Down dog. Wag your tail, walk your dog. Wag your tail, walk your dog. Everybody's making great modifications. Continue to serve yourself. Right knee behind your wrist. Shin to the floor. Drop your heart forward. Hopefully you're a little bit tired, a little bit hot, and a little bit ready to be done. Use that energy, right? So fall back and fall forward with less type A-ness. You're just coming forward. You're just coming back. You know, like you would sweep your house, not so well. Just the parts that people can see. That's where you're headed. You're only folding enough laundry to get it off the bed. That's where you're going. And now put your knee to the floor and put your blanket underneath you so that we don't get quite so like yoga. It's just body. It's okay. Hands down. Now fall up and just rest in what you made. Everybody, that's better. That's awesome. Yeah. And as you do, get a little longer. fingertips, reach your heart, tuck your chin, and just curl in and rise tall. And lead with your heart. And scoop up. One more. And that little scoop up, come up out of your left hip. And put the left foot flat and come up out of the and with all the length you can, right hand on the right thigh, roll it open and widen. And there's no more work. You're just resting your weight on the right thigh, and the right thigh is rolling open. The pelvis is widening. Wag your tail, turn your chin. You're just going to take all that length and walk it forward. It's actually a lot easier than you think. Rest on your elbows. A little wag of the tail. A little tiny tug of your fingertips. Draw yourself out long. Go where it feels better. Go there because it feels better. If it needs to be softer, kinder, freer, then go there. That's really the practice. The physical body is wonderful stuff, but how do you want to live today? Walk yourself to the left as gently, as fully, as little as you would like. Reach your right hand a little further forward. And then your right hip falls back. And you're only going as far in as you would naturally stretch, like you were waking up, like you were trying to just find that one little spot that got tweaked yesterday and you want to smooth it out. You can come back. If that's enough, you're going to sit on your butt and wash your knees from side to side, or thread your left shoulder down, have a block in front of you, resting your head. If it's too much on your hips, it would be foolish to do it. Just saying. So falling, awesome, good setup, Sarah, that's it. Now the right hand comes up if you choose and falls overhead if you choose. And just relax your right fingertips toward the floor, soften your right fingers. And now if you took a deep breath, where does it catch? Falling into the back body, turning your chin one last moment to the right. And bring it back into the center. Unplug, sitting tall, sweep your heels wide, shake out your feet and your knees. Bend your knees so that you can wash your hips side to side. Right? We're basically making the best Shavasana we can because that's all we want to do. So let it go. That's all we do. Yeah. There we go. So this is definitely option one. This is fantastic and important and a great thing to do at the end of every day. Or you can bring your right knee down to the floor, flex your right foot just like we did, press, right hand high, or lift your hips up. Just goes a little more. So if you press your left hand down and lift your hips up off the blanket, yeah, and set it down. Beauty. Wash it out. And you start to feel that your knees are connected to your armpits, that the front is connected to the back. Bring your left knee down, flex your left foot. That might be great. Left hand high, that might be great. Press your right hand, lift your hips up. Open the left hip. Drop your head. Beautiful. And sit it down. You'll come to lie on your back. Have two blocks in your hands, one in each hand. And just rest on your back because you've made so much change. Feel that when you lie down, just start out with your legs long. Shake out your feet, shake out your knees. Let yourself be at ease. So that was a big fold through the crease of your hips. Feel your breath big and smooth, so steady. Good. Walk your feet in. Have blocks. Lift your hips and put the blocks belly down underneath you so their sides are together and their bellies, it's the lowest setting. And then set your hips on the blocks. And check that sits your hips down and it lifts your heart up so there's a little bit of a back bend. Turn your toes just the slightest bit in and the heels the slightest bit out so that you could tap your knees together and then just let them float an inch or two apart. Palms down, flat beside you, tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Keep your left palm flat, take your right hand overhead. Yes, and then right palm down, that's exhale. So simple, feels like it's nothing. Nothing's kind of great right now, right hand overhead. Good. Right knee falls in. Keep your right hand overhead. And now just let your right knee fall in and then back to neutral. And fall in and then back to neutral. And then tuck your shoulders and let that right knee just fall with no force. And feel how you're opening. This is the psoas. This is the depth, deep muscle that connects your low back, mid back, across the front of the pelvis to the inner thigh. Just let the front of the pelvis on the right side feel long. And then right knee neutral, right hand down. Oh, left hand up. And left hand down. Left hand up. Tuck a shoulder, left armpit opens, left knee falls a little in and back to neutral and a little in and back to neutral. And you're not forcing, you're letting gravity, you're becoming just more receptive to the force of gravity. Your left shoulder is a little more weighted down. And as your shoulder is heavy, you let your right knee be heavy. And as your knee is heavy falling in and your shoulder is heavy falling down, the space between the psoas can lengthen. Bring your breath into your pelvis. You might find a little tremble starts to kick up. And find center, feet flat, left hand down. Better. Beauty. Stand in your heels, lift your hips, put your blocks together, belly to belly. They're on their sides. Palms down, tuck a shoulder, back of the neck is long, feet flat. Right hand overhead. Just reach and then put it down. And one more hand overhead. Good. Keep your hand overhead. Now tap your right heel. And with the tap of your heel, wriggle a little bit. Get the right side a little free. And tap the ball of your foot. Good. Tap the heel, tap the ball. Now fall in and out. Fall in and out. Put your foot flat. Let your right knee go as far wide as it wants. It's fall in as it wants. Oh, and just start to feel that creating a quality of freedom through the whole structure of your body. This right here is what holds most of your posture. And then find neutral, find center, pausing. And the right hand comes down. It's a big change, even though we don't know it. Left hand overhead. That's inhale, a little bit of a reach. Adjust yourself, set it down. When you breathe in, take it overhead. And tap out your heel. Like you were just, the way you would shake a bottle of oat milk to get the stuff off the bottom, or whatever it is you drink that has stuff on the bottom, go there. And then tap the ball of your foot. And then tap the heel of your foot and get a little unstuck. And my whole left side is always stickier. And now knee open and wide. Let it fall in, let it fall open. No one else can do this work for you. So where is it holding? Find center. And bring your left hand down. Take your blocks, lift your hips, and take the blocks out, and notice the entire front surface of your body as you set your heels a little wide, your toes a little in. Notice. There is a sensation of mind here. There's an expansion. Legs out long, but not wide. Heels are hip distance. Notice your body. Let the heels be heavy. Lightly flex your feet like you're standing on the wall in front of you. Pull your heels a little further forward, flexing your feet. Find the floor, and then just kind of haul your heels forward. Oh, so the front, from your knees to your ribs, is newly long. Newly long. Set your blocks aside. Draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers over your shin. Bring it close. And the left heel comes up. Take your time now. Take your time. Be kind. Flex both feet. Left heel comes down. Go slowly. Bring it up and bring it down. And go slowly. Arranging your pelvis and your spine and your feet. And pause with your heel on the floor. And just settle. The newness of that. It's organized and it's clean and it's ready. Put your right foot to your left inner thigh in build tree. Right knee wide, right hand on your right thigh, left hand on your left ribs. So standing in your left heel as though balanced. Press your right hand down, rolling your right thigh open. Press your left hand down, rolling your left ribs open. Widen the midline. And then take your left hand overhead and stay. Organize yourself. Lengthen out. Open up. And then bring it back to center. Draw your left knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers. Bring your right leg long, your right heel to the floor. Stay a beat. Bring your right heel high. Flex both feet. Spread your toes. And at your pace, heel down, heel up. We're returning ourselves. We're putting the furniture back in the room after washing the floor. We're creating a neutral we can trust that is both new and familiar. Keep your heel to the floor and stand in your right leg. Let yourself be changed and the same. Putting the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh, make tree. Left hand on the left thigh, right hand overhead. Right hand to right rib. Pause a beat. So left hand, roll your left thigh open. Right hand, roll your right rib open. And there's a line, a midline through the body. Widen that. Then right hand overhead. And stand clearly in your right heel. Hug your right thigh against your left foot. Press your foot against your thigh. Get strong. Even though you're on your back, stand in this pose. And as you stand in the pose, get your breath into your right hip, into the abdomen, into the armpit. Good. And bring both hands down, palms to the floor, both legs long, heels to the floor. You can shake your feet out side to side, your knees go. Just pause a beat, notice. So the body is so super clear, neutral, amazing right now. We want to flush it with new prana, with new vitality, and we do that with the breath. So knees up and down. You want to bang your knees a little bit into the floor. Shake out your feet side to side. Bang your knees up and down. So there's a little wag of the tail. Any last bits, shake it out, bang it out, wag it out. And then put your palms flat down beside you. We're strong. Take your right hand overhead. That's inhale. Bring your right hand back down, palm flat. That's exhale. Left hand overhead, in the nose. Left hand down, out the nose. It's got to be quicker than that, like a sniff. In right, out down. In left, out down. Two hands up, two hands down. Right hand up, right down, left up, left down, both up, both down. Good. Right inhale, exhale, left, inhale, exhale, both, inhale, exhale. Right, down, left, down, both down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right, down, left, down, both down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, out. Right, down, left, down, both down. In, out, both. One more. In, out, in, out, in, out. Pause, palms open, body, notice, go there. Go there. Let it keep carrying you. It's carrying you. Let it keep carrying you. Put your attention on the sound of the fan in the room. Be aware of nothing but that sound. For 30 more seconds, all your awareness on one simple sound. Empty your mind except for that sound. So if you have a bolster, we'll set ourselves up for a good 10-minute Shavasana here. And the trick with the bolster is you'll set it on its edge and drape the backs of your knees over the edge without getting too caught up in that yet, so that you can build, this is going to be your pillow. You will fold it. It's hard to see because it's on black on black. Let's see if we can do this. Take your bowl, unfold it one time so that you have this. Good. And put it lengthwise. And now you'll fold it nearly so that about a quarter of the blanket is unfolded. So go lengthwise, Joe. That's widthwise. There you go. And fold it the one more time, Gabby. You've got your, so you start out, you want to be here. You're just one fold too far. Good. Come a little further, Joe, so that I've got just about hand's width at the end. So a little narrower. Super cool. Put that at the top of your blanket. And you'll take one corner and tuck it under, and you'll take the other corner and tuck it under. And that's going to make a little cup. And that little cup is for your head. And the part that's at the bottom, this is for your shoulders. So how should I turn it around so that the little bottom bit is folded towards you? Good. Now when you lie back, I set my bolsters on its edge. If you have a couch cushion or a bed cushion, set it on its edge. And then when you lie back, the tops of your shoulders, finding the top edge of the blanket, use your hands and find the little tuck. And then make sure that your head feels like it's supported. Tuck the edges under, find the corners. Now widen your arms. You can lift your heels, flex your feet, open and close your toes, and gently drop your feet. And this will help the bolster to maintain the length through your body. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in this pose, breathing in for 6. No, on a blanket. Breathing in for, breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6, and then 2 normal breaths. And then in 4, out 6, 2 normal breaths. There you go. All right. Better? And the trick really is those 2 natural breaths. Are you willing to just let go? To be breathed. And then to take over again. And then to let go again. Release the technique completely and rest effortless. If you can stay longer, stay. Know that this effort you made of asana opened the body to the incredible potency of this stillness. Whether it's easy or not to be still, you're trusting something other than the small familiarity of your own experience. You're opening, and your body is open, and your breathing is easy. And this stillness, moving through the openings and clarity you've made, is priceless. If you can, stay longer. If you need to move on, you begin by bending one foot and putting one foot to your bolster. Pause a beat without going on. And then the other foot to the bolster and pause a beat without going on. That you stay discerning and decisive with your movements. And you roll to the right. And you breathe into the back of your body and you reinflate the back of your body, which held you in rest. You roll to a simple seat, finding upright. You can use your pillow now for your seat, hips slightly higher than knees, so that you feel the axis of your spine as effortless. And we'll finish with 3 ohms as we move the arms. So the arms will sweep wide. The palms meet overhead, and the palms come right down the front of your body. The A will be in the belly. The U will be in the chest. The M will be in the head. Inhale, bring it up. Sweep wide. One more. So that as you bring your palms together, you put your thumbs to your forehead center. Om Shanti Shanti, peace, peace, perfect peace. Notice. This is yours. This is you. Namaste. Have a great week. Back tomorrow at 8 for Kundalini. Embodying wellness. This whole front body opening is a place for us to feel a little springish versus the winter and the cold. We make some space, and especially we're way up under the jaw today, way down at the base of the skull. So if that's tender at all tomorrow, yeah, roll your neck, circles, and circle all the way down into the hips. So if you wake up tomorrow and that's sticky at all because you used it in a new way, then circle the hips, circle the ribs, bring it all the way up, turn the chin, move your jaw, and just keep inhabiting that change that you made. And we'll see you soon. Yeah, man.